Hello, everybody, and welcome to Story Time with Mr. Hallum. Once again, it's time to get together. But this week, I'm super excited about this story because it is written by a friend of mine, and she painted a picture, and her daughter's in the book. What? Yes, I know. If you're a parent, you can put your own child in the book. That's awesome. My kids would not want me to write a book that I could put their picture in, but that's okay, because I will someday. Tonight, now, this is a Goodnight Little Rock book. See? Goodnight Little Rock. If you feel sleepy, I would suggest that you wrap up in a blanket. Maybe tuck yourself in on the couch. Take a little nap. You'll appreciate it. Goodnight Little Rock by Emily Wyatt, illustrated by Nathaniel Daly. By the way, you can buy this book on Amazon. Most of the books I do, you can buy on Amazon. And I'll show you. So see, here's where Miss Emily signed it to me. And then I had my friend, Annie, the girl in the book, sign her name for me. Because, you know, she's a superstar. All right. Good night, Little Rock. Good night, Little Rock, the capital city of the natural state, with places so pretty. All right, we can take one. Goodnight, Pinnacle Mountain, 1,011 feet high. Goodnight, tall pine trees that reach for the sky. Goodnight Central High School, where history was made. Goodnight Arts Center, with pictures and plays. Just a quick little side note. I'm a graduate of Little Rock Central High School. My daughter is a graduate of Little Rock Central High School. My son is a ninth grader at Little Rock Central High School. My mother is a graduate of Little Rock Central High School. My dad went to Little Rock Central High, but chose to join the Navy instead of graduating. So, a lot of family history at Central High School. A lot of trips to the vice principal's office. Good night, Big Dam Bridge across the river so deep. Good night to the mansion where the governor sleeps. Good night, River Market, and the trolleys that toot. Good night to the farmers selling veggies and fruit. Good night, State Capitol, and the work that is done. Good night, Riverfest, with music and fun. Goodnight, rolling hills turning red and gold in fall. Goodnight, southern hospitality and a friendly hey y'all. Was that extra country? I apologize. Goodnight, President Clinton and his library of glass. Goodnight, Nature Center with catfish and bass. Goodnight, War Memorial, where the hog call goes out. Goodnight, Historic Arkansas Museum and Old State House. Goodnight, Zoo with cheetahs that run. Goodnight, Museum of Discovery that makes learning such fun. There's Annie. Look at her smiling, having fun at the Museum of Discovery. Science! Good night to the Travs and Dickie Stevens Park. Good night to the bridges and their lights after dark. Good night downtown with restaurants and shops. Good night amphitheater, the symphony and pops. Good night, La Petite Roche. Roche, as the early French explorers said, good night, Little Rock. It's time for bed. I don't think there's anything. It's just some notes. Little Rock glossary, kind of talking about the different places we've mentioned. Good night, Little Rock. What a great book. So much fun, so exciting. Well, I hope you guys had a great time. And listen, Little Rock is a great city. You guys get your parents, say, Mom, Dad, we're trapped. We can't go anywhere. Let's go learn about our city. There's all kinds of places to go and things to do. Now, that said, you guys have a great rest of the week, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Storytime with Mr. Hallum.